then you're not staring. Okay, hold on. We're gonna help you stare at this piece, right? So you know how you have to like change your perspective when you look at art for a long period of time.
I took an art class where I was literally doing nothing but that, and like for that I understood. That is not that. I don't think that's art because I can't understand it. Anyways, here we go. Shard versus Blaarg.
Man. Alright, so this is going to be the second set of 3 for both of these players. Blaarg coming hot off of the win against LoL. And obviously, Shard has really only had to play Araki, which, again, as the Tier 1 player, is not the easiest matchup to perform, but had a moment almost forcing Araki to top out. Again, really only had a quarter zone to retaliate with, but in true Araki fashion was able to come through.
We have double Shard down below.
Alright, we got a mirror match going on. Hold on, give me a
second.
second.
Here we go, Shard versus Shard.
All right, this reminds me of like the like mirror matches that would happen in like classic Tetris of play one game and then play another game and make it work.
All right, there we go. Blaarg. All right, 7-2 from Shard, quickly transitioning over to 5-4.
Yo, we love to see the 5-4. It's my personal favorite.
I like the 7-2. 5-4 is pretty good though. Lots of garbage on Shard's board. Blaarg downstacking a lot, trying to send a lot of pressure. Starts the zone down below. We're gonna have to see how well this goes.
Alright, and Shard starting their zone decently high.
That is one thing I've started to see a lot recently, is that a lot of people are starting to zone a lot more in Phase 1. Typically a match will already go into Phase 2 before people start zoning. The simultaneous finish, not quite the same attack, but that was very close. 56-58.
Shard was very close to getting a curve twist there as well. I think the solve might have had an impossible IHS moment, but the pieces were right, which is usually not something that happens. And
there's that. Yeah.
Oh, gonna be careful.
Shard overstacked a little bit too much, kind of escalated the garbage badly.
Yeah, but look at that. Even Shard has been, you know, like not quite 100 APM, but is really getting up there. And especially since they don't really have the speed to match with Blaarg, almost matching an APM is a really formidable shout out. Or, you know, sorry, I can speak. Yes. I mean,
these plays just leave you speechless.
I'm trying to speed. Like, I know this isn't even like Tetrio, where Tetrio is like uncapped speed, but the level of play that we're seeing is already fast enough where I can barely keep up. And very quick Octorus. That forces a zone out of Blaarg.
Yeah, Blaarg has to zone here just to stay alive.
Blaarg saying
that counterattack's gonna be huge though.
Oh my goodness, but
oh yeah, the Shard has to do it as well.
Yeah, but the fact that Shard is able to get quite a bit of mileage out of this zone, get 18
32 attack, there's a huge spike there. Blaarg had a T-spin triple on the standby, misses the MTSS.
And that's a really early second zone from Blaarg. Shard's able to get a little bit more momentum, although they're
sending a lot of garbage here, trying to make a bit of a buffer for Blarg's incoming zone, but you know, look at that. Blaarg sending a lot of attack there.
I think tried to skim.
Shard has to find a downstack. Doesn't quite have it. That S piece ruined that T-spin. Oof.
And
second
there
match.
we go. Just the blood. Again, what can you say? It's just more of the Blaarg stream APM, and it's, you know, it's difficult. I will say though, Shard has been playing phenomenally with experimenting in their playstyle and trying to just give some really interesting zones that catch Blaarg off guard, because it definitely has worked. The only difficult part is, even with a subpar situation, Blaarg is still able to reliably get these high zone clears, and until that starts happening, it's gonna be really hard for Shard to get a lot of mileage out of some high risk, high reward plays.
T-spin double there.
All right, 42 out of 16 from Shard, and well, I think might have been a misdrop there. They're starting to slow down.
17. There's a T-spin double right in the queue. Finishes it off. 52 attack. That's a huge spike.
That is
It's survivable though. It's survivable though. Not with this incoming pressure from Blaarg though. That's quite a bit coming in.
Maybe Shard still managed to tank
starting
everything.
that down stack. Shard's starting that down stack. Oh!
They might have tried to do the IRS and 385 attack for zone APM from Shard.
Yeah, Shard has a Shard. I think is doing quite a bit of Shard's quite a bit of like overstacking. I feel like kind of just like not quite reading the garbage queue quite like exactly.
Yeah,
but,
just
in the
miscalculations here and there.
Yeah,
which
again, it's kind of hard in the heat of the moment because like it's either sit there, think about what you're supposed to do next, and then have your opponent send a lot of garbage to you, or you make a bad calculation, you kind of top out. It's kind of a like having that risk calculation is definitely another skill that's not really as easy as it seems to get.
Yeah, just there's not a lot of easy ways around it when you're playing people as fast as Blaarg and Araki. Like, it's something you kind of learn to build up a little bit of speed with, but at the end of the day, it's, you know, sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
And sometimes the 61 Ultimatress also happens, and sometimes you live it with no problems.
Yeah, but that is a pretty.
I shouldn't be speaking.
No, Shard also had some pretty heavy piece dependence there. Really
through, actually.
And then there's a good down. That was a good down stack. Yeah, I think Shard was really depending on an L or an I to fill in that T-spin double.
Shard almost was very near advantage state? Question mark.
It's entirely possible. Yeah, counting to 4, getting that Tetris, squeezing in a little bit more efficiency, definitely worth it against someone like Blaarg. Has a clean stack. Oh my goodness! On top of this garbage, T-spin into Tetris. Yeah, that's a lot of damage still. Hopefully, Shard can find this down stack and survive, but doesn't seem like it. Yeah. Sucks.
I mean, I will say though, Shard has been putting up a phenomenal effort.
Yeah, Shard has been doing really great in the zone here. Hasn't taken a game yet, but as we said before, numbers don't mean everything here. Right. Blaarg, okay. Oh, okay, so Blaarg with it. Oh, we're trying to set up a DT there, and then it just just messed up that spin. Shard with kind of looks like it kind of looked like a Run Gaming setup.
A little bit.
Okay, yeah, transitioning over to a 9-0, clean, just a clean right side well. Blaarg in the middle of zone, getting a huge damage buffer, but if this efficiency goes well, I think everything will get reversed. Yeah, if there's a huge spiking coming at ulti, actually gives ample time for. Yeah, Shard has a good position here with the zone, able to clear off all that clean garbage. Gets a T-spin on top of that, goes up to 18. Can we see? Can we see 9? Okay, 42 attack.
We see 19, but Blaarg has a lot of garbage to eat. Is able to do so rather quickly again. That speed, but
yes.
Oh my
Shard
goodness,
is
up there.
36 attack, still manages to send something back to Shard despite that huge damage queue.
Ooh, and it's now phase 3. That T-spin from
phase
Blaarg.
3. The cheese tasting platters have been sent out.
Oh boy.
Oh, doesn't get anything in that zone. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Definitely puts Shard at the disadvantage here. Zone timer's up. 2.5 seconds in the zone. Shard's finding a bit of a down stack, gets a Tetris. That's still a huge garbage queue incoming. Oh, gets another quarter zone, just misdrops in the middle. Opts out.
Succeeds there, but
yeah.
I will say though,
there.
despite Blaarg despite Shard not having too much APM, they were definitely doing a lot to prevent Blaarg from getting a lot. Blaarg had one of the lower APM counts that we've seen from them all night. Obviously, despite it being, you know, nearly 100 APM. But considering their previous performance, I think Shard is starting to rustle a little bit and force Blaarg to play in some uncomfortable scenarios.
Yeah, definitely. Like Blaarg is winning right now, 5-0, but definitely has had to work for it a lot. Like Shard has definitely put Blaarg on the ropes here several times, and it's like it's not close matches. Like Shard is definitely like taking a good amount of time out of Blaarg's day here.
So 50 lines is the total to beat for Shard. However, Blaarg is still stacking T-spins like there's no tomorrow at the bottom of this well. 47
and
Shard, but
47 and 19. That's a lot of garbage incoming. Can Shard find this down stack?
Able to get
still here's garbage Q. Phase 2 zone still has some time to down stack.
Oh, but they're trying to go.
But it just keeps coming. It keeps coming. It's not quite survivable, unfortunately.
All right, and so Blaarg is on the verge of another sweep. Currently 6-0, but again, Shard has been getting pretty close in a lot of these sets. Are they able to pull out one and prevent the sweep, or is Blaarg going to continue this relentless pressure and provide our fourth sweep of the night? We will have to see.
Yeah, this is the this is the last chance for Shard. This is the last chance for Shard to break the sweep streak. Otherwise, we're going to be seeing another sweep in the group stage. Excuse me. Oh goodness.
Well, given Shard's qualification, they could be considered the last chance king. We're going to have to see though if that runs over to square one or if that's simply just oh my goodness.
A huge garbage queue. That's an I miss drop though, so that's gonna definitely slow things down a little bit. Huge garbage coming from Blaarg.
Yeah, Shard's just gonna zone here and build up to give themselves a bit of a to work with, but they have to start skimming now.
Uses a 3-wide, starts to build a small combo go. Doesn't have a lot of room to deal with the rest of this incoming garbage. The Z's are just coming in. Yep, time to say goodnight. Oh, goodness. Blaarg is going to take that last game, sweeping it yet again, 7-0.
125 APM from Blaarg, even in a situation like that, is just... well, here we are, 4 sweeps, alright. It's gonna...
Bit of a message with those Z's there.
So I'd say
putting that match to rest.
I think, unfortunately for Shard and Lowell, I don't think that they're going to be making top 16, given the O2 records.
Yeah,
and,
that's hard. That's
extremely been playing. But
yeah, that's extremely rough. But but you know they're still they still got here, and that's still something like worth talking about. Because
I mean this is kind of
having a chance,
just a tournament to be at.
Yeah, and having a chance to play against people like this is just like well, that. I find that an honor myself. Like
having players like Araki and Blaarg in your group do make it substantially more difficult to make it into top 16, especially given the sweeping nature that